I'm probably just gonna go wear a face mask because this is giving me so much anxiety.
All right, so this is United States versus Wong Kim Ark case for Group One. All right, so Wong Kim Ark was born in the United States of America in San Francisco in 1873 to Chinese immigrant parents. His parents decided to move back to China, so Wong Kim Ark would travel back and forth from China to the US. During one of his trips back to the US, he was not allowed to re-enter where he was born. What made this time different, even though Wong Kim Ark had the commentation asserting his citizenship, was the Chinese Exclusion Act being enforced, which was a federal law that prohibited the immigration of Chinese laborers to the US and barred Chinese immigrants from becoming naturalized citizens. Wong Kim Ark suffered remaining aboard the vessel that he traveled back in while his case was being fought in the Supreme Court after he decided to sue all in pursuit of his birthright citizenship. It took a year, but he won his case in the Supreme Court, which asserted his citizenship. However, he remained in custody for 4.5 months, and even after he was finally getting back to his life, he was again detained for illegally being in the United States as a Chinese immigrant. And just like the first time around, Wong Kim Ark was prepared to prove he was a United States birthright citizen, but it was clear that the government wanted the Chinese Exclusion Act to succeed. After bailing out and months of fighting to prove who he was, Wong Kim Ark traveled back to China, but never came back after that. So that's his story. Here we have a picture of this is one of the many ads that came out during the Chinese Exclusion Act. And this ad is from a washing detergent company promoting their magic washer, which showcases Chinese born in America being kicked out.
This is a video, this is a slide kind of like just showing the flag of China and like the, you know, the families, how they used to traditionally wear clothes back in that time, and also the housing of like a typical Chinese, like, house. It would be in China. So yeah, it's just like a little visual to give like a Chinese feeling to the, presentation.
The Supreme Court decided in Wong Kim Ark's citizenship case that under the 14th Amendment, anyone born in the U.S. is a citizen, regardless of their parents' immigration status or whether the parents had citizenships themselves. It was Justice Gray that stated that Wong Kim Ark was considered subject to U.S. jurisdiction simply because he was born in the U.S. Therefore, not only was his citizenship uh, reestablished, but since he had not forfeited his right to return, his debt, his detention was also ruled illegal. And this is a picture on the left of the juror, um, the Justice Harris Gray, who wrote the opinion of the court in the Wong Kim Ark case.
This is a photograph of basically the document that kind of like stated that Wong Kim Ark is there was like the citizenship clause that was established, which kind of like referred to as a subject to the jurisdiction thereof. It states, which is part of the 14th Amendment, that kind of goes on to say that you are basically you have the birthright of a citizenship, and basically anybody who's born in the U.S., regardless of how Kaden and Ratu kind of said that it does not matter. Like even if they're immigrated, they're still part of that status of being citizen. So this is just like a little snippet of that document.
These three images are documents of Wong Kim Ark. He was born in San Francisco, and like Kaden said, his family went back to China, so he would travel back here and there. But it was until 1898 where he was denied to have entry back in the United States. So he ended up going back, not back, but he ended up going to the Supreme Court and face a case, and it took him a while to be clear from it, and yeah.
And that is Wong Kim Ark's story and his case. Thank you.